What's up, guys? Mike here, head trader at True Trading Group, and November 14th sucks. Was all a lie. Was all a lie. That is what this video is all about. For the last 2 days, we have gotten news headlines that the U.S.-China trade talks have stalled and that the two sides were struggling to come to an agreement. Yesterday, we got news out of the Wall Street Journal that China was not prepared to commit to a dollar amount to purchase U.S. farm products. Then today we got a news headline that the two sides are struggling to come to a deal on phase one. And just a few minutes ago, Larry Kudlow says that we're just a few short strokes away from finalizing the deal. That means all the major points are done, and they're just wrapping up the final touches on legal language, and we should have a deal momentarily. The after-hours trading is closed. Futures are still going wild, but as you guys can see, as soon as Larry Kudlow said that, we are at new all-time highs on the SPY. So we are going to gap up pretty big tomorrow, and my SPY put options are going to be absolutely worthless. This is an absolute disaster of a trade. I just don't understand it. And this whole time, I've been sitting here trying to figure out what the hell is going on. Like, how is the market not selling off on these news headlines? And now I know why. I was trying to figure out, I'm like, why are we not selling off when these news headlines are coming out? Because they were all BS. They were all BS. And people that were close to the deal and close to negotiations knew this deal was getting done. So every time a negative news headline came out about it and the market dipped, it got bought up. This was the news headline that China was not agreeing to purchase a certain dollar amount. And that talks have stalled. We bought it right back up. Then today, this minute little dip was when there was a report that the two sides are struggling to come to a deal. Well, apparently that didn't last very long because we ended up making new highs on the day after that news headline hit. And I'm sitting here in these put options because of these news headlines saying, well, if they're not going to get a deal, then the market's going to pull in. Right? That would make sense. We're getting a deal. Okay? We're getting a deal. This was all BS. This was all BS. These news headlines were BS. Every single dip on them got bought up, and the market sat there at all-time highs on the daily chart, and we just sat there, and now we're pushing to new all-time highs. Futures are still pushing higher. It's now after 8 o'clock Eastern as I'm making this video. I can't do anything about my options until tomorrow morning because the options do not trade after hours. And I don't need to do anything really because they're going to be worthless. I have the 308 puts. Tomorrow's expiration, we're going to gap up to 311, 310.50. Those contracts, I bought at 81 cents. They're going to be worth maybe a nickel when the bell rings. So maybe 10 cents, something like that. I don't know. But just a disaster. I'm frustrated. If you saw my video yesterday, I couldn't understand for the life of me yesterday why the market bought back up the news of U.S.-China trade talks have stalled. And then today, I, for the life of me, couldn't figure out why the market bought back up the news that the two sides are struggling to come to an agreement. Those are literally the news headlines that cross the wire at these times. And the market bought back up both of those gap downs. And now I know why. Because they were actually very, very close to a deal when these news headlines came out. And people that were close to the deal knew about it. And here we are at new all-time highs. So I'm frustrated. This hurts. There's absolutely nothing I could have done about this. Every single other time we've gotten a news headline of talks breaking down, the market has pulled back in significantly, and you got a nice. We would have had a nice trade off of it, but this time it was different. I couldn't figure out why. Now I know. All right, so it was all a lie. So tomorrow I'm going to be licking my wounds. That's really it. Okay. And then I made another trade today in FCEL. So to add salt to the wound, I lost money on FCEL today. I'll go over this trade with you guys just real quickly. We'll go to the daily chart first to start out, and you have this nice resistance level at $1. See prior support back here in May, and then it was resistance here in early July. We had a real nice day on this FCEL yesterday. Okay, real nice strong candle with excellent volume. Today we were gapping up, and we pushed right through yesterday's high. Okay, we pushed right through yesterday's high. And go and delete this, and then I started to say to myself, wow, that's excellent volume. Okay, we're right through yesterday's high. We put in a high at that dollar level, exactly $1. And then we pulled in, and you start to see some support here at the 38.2 fib level and VWAP. And then you got this real nice strong green candle here. Once the trade line came into play, I got long FCEL right in here, just below 96. Oh, I don't have my trade announcements. Damn it. I don't have my trade announcements from chat. But I got long here like right below 96 cents. It was like 9596 or 9597 was my fill. So right below 96 cents. And I was looking for a trade line VO cross to push us through that dollar and give us a nice move to like 110, 115 maybe. But you can see we just didn't have enough juice. We rolled it over, and I ended up exiting out of my trade right there at 91.5. Okay, so not a huge disaster, but just adds salt to the wound on this SPY trade. I mean, just unbelievable how completely full of crap those news headlines were, and here we are, finishing up the final strokes of a trade deal. So nothing I can do about it, guys. But this is going to be a big loss for me tomorrow. Just gotta keep it moving. All right. So sometimes you just get caught on the wrong side of news, and I am absolutely on the wrong side of news today. So sucks, but I'll see you guys tomorrow. Take care.